In the spring of 2014, when I set out to write the novel that would become The Idea of You, I didn't plan on writing something that was revolutionary or controversial. I wanted to write a story about Solène Marchand, a woman on the cusp of 40 who rediscovers and redefines herself through an unexpected love with a much younger man who happens to be a world-famous celebrity. As someone who was in that age range and who should have just been hitting my stride in my professional life as an actor, I was seeing the sudden shift in parts available to me. The characters had become more staid, the opportunities fewer and further between. I was learning the hard way that in Hollywood, after 40, women are much less desirable. The assumption was that we ceased to be sexual beings and were thus less valuable. I was eager to prove the industry, and our culture at large, wrong, in my own little way. Shortly after the book's publication in 2017, I realized I was also bumping up against something else. Some readers were viewing this story about ageism, sexism, the double standard, motherhood, female friendship, agency, and the dark side of celebrity as nothing more than fluff. They focused on the love story and the sex to the exclusion of the other pertinent themes of the book. They called it a romance. It was not. Romance novels have specific rules, and my book did not follow them. But it was labeled and categorized as such. Was it because it centered on a woman's love story? Because the main characters, Solène and Hayes Campbell, two consenting adults, had a healthy sexual appetite? Or maybe it was the cover and the publisher's marketing campaign? I'll never know, but I started receiving messages from women that began with self-conscious and belittling openings like, "This is not the type of book I typically read, however," and, "I didn't think I was going to like this book, but..." Then they'd proceed to discuss all the themes I'd set out to grapple with in writing the novel. It was clear they had made assumptions. They didn't think a story about a woman's midlife sexual awakening might contain something deeper. They couldn't imagine it might be both tantalizing and complex. I am a lover of literary fiction. I appreciate stories with characters who are not necessarily like me, who expose me to new worlds and new ways of thinking through elegant prose. I crave stories that are multilayered and have something profound to say. But I also enjoy stories that entertain, that provide levity and occasional escapism. And I have always tried to write in a space encompassing both. Read more. The most anticipated movies of 2024. There's a scene in The Idea of You when Hayes, a member of the chart-topping British boy band August Moon, is disparaging his work as the group's founder, and Solène, a sophisticated art dealer, is imploring him to not discredit what he and his bandmates do. August Moon performs at Coachella in the film.